Welcome to the training presentation on the HEDR Organizational Self-Assessment Tool for Equity and Inclusion. In this video, we will outline some ways to approach using the self-assessment tool in general. You can then choose which content area video your organization would like to start with on your journey to self-assessment. At certain points in this video, you will be invited to pause the video and engage in conversations. Please keep the following guidelines in mind. Everyone speaks for their own experience. Be open to new ideas. Be sensitive and respectful. We may encounter areas that may challenge us and cause discomfort, and that's an important part of growing and learning. How do we achieve organizational equity, diversity, and inclusion? HEDR has identified 6 areas for consideration. Organizational foundation. This includes the way your organization is structured and operates. Leadership. The leadership area addresses formal and informal leaders and leadership strategies in your organization. Service delivery. This examines how your programs and services best meet the diverse needs of stakeholders through input, accessibility, and barrier removal. Personnel practices. This looks at outreach, hiring, and employee accommodations. Communication. This area assesses data, messaging, and public relations. Performance improvement. This area covers tracking, reporting, and accountability systems in your organization. Background and benefits of the Organizational Self-Assessment Tool. This tool was developed by members of the Halton Equity and Diversity Roundtable, who considered a broad range of promising practices, success stories, and areas for improvement while using the inclusion lens. The tool takes us through the 6 identified areas of our group organization and helps us think about systemic barriers, attitudes, and challenges of access to individuals. We consider these and think about ways to improve in these areas. Organizational foundation. Leadership. Service delivery. Personnel practices. Communication. Performance improvement. You can view the video on each of these topics in the series for more information. Do I have to use these video presentations and areas of the tool in order? No, you can start with any area in the tool that your organization feels is the most important starting point. Strategies for using this tool. Flexible. Using this tool is a journey and not a destination. Your organization should adapt its use to fit your needs. Participatory. We recommend that the tool is facilitated by an impartial person who can encourage all voices to be valued and heard. It's valuable to solicit input from as many individuals representing as many areas of contribution as possible. It is not just for leadership, equity teams, or boards alone. It's for the entire organization. Conversations. The process of using it is not intended to be stressful. It facilitates reflective and sometimes courageous conversations about how we are doing and what we could be doing. The conversations may lead to policy changes, attitude shifts, and best practices. It inspires mindfulness and responsiveness to people's unique needs and rights. Continuous process. Using the tool is a constantly evolving process of change and improvement. There is always more to do to ensure greater equity, more respect for diversity, and continuous inclusion. Using the Organizational Self-Assessment Tool for Equity and Inclusion. There are 4 columns in the tool: Indicators, Evidence, Actions Planned, Score. Indicators. These are the questions we ask in our conversations and dialogue about continuous improvement. Not all indicators apply to every organization or group, and additional relevant indicators that arise in dialogue should be added. Evidence. Appropriate sources of evidence appear in many ways throughout an organization and reveal how an organization is performing or addressing the various indicators. Evidence proves that the work is being done and reduces individual subjectivity. Evidence can be found in written statements, reports, and policies, action plans or work plans that show responsibilities, accessibility plans, diversity competency improvement plans, feedback surveys, and focus group recommendations from persons served, personnel, or stakeholders, internal or external demographic data, practices that have been adopted and documented, performance reviews, appraisals, and objectives, trainings completed. Actions planned. These are the strategies and next steps to either improve or maintain the score in certain areas. Dialogue and input. Dialogue and input from many diverse stakeholders are key to the actions that are required. The importance of the conversations and input cannot be underestimated. Documentation. All recommendations and suggestions for actions should be considered and documented. All actions are valid. The actions can be large, creating a new policy manual or bringing in appropriate training, or small, changing language, words, terms, or adding statements to existing policies or documents. Template. In the tool, there is a template for a further improvement plan, where actions planned can be expanded upon with additional areas for responsibility and timeliness. Score. This is a snapshot of how we are doing in response to the indicator evidence and actions planned. There is no failing score. Creating ongoing awareness of actions for improvement is the true measure of success. Guidelines for scoring. 3. Substantial. Some actions have been taken and there is good evidence. 2. Partial. Actions have started or are in progress with some evidence. 1. Minimal. Action is intended and conversations or planning has begun. At the end of the tool, there is a summary for the scoring of each area. This concludes the HEDR training presentation. For more information or to book a facilitator to help you lead the self-assessment process, please contact HEDR. HEDR would like to thank the following: